Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Mildly Nuclear and Woe77, with special thanks to Mike Spark and Valinrook, who both helped sponsor the series. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Phoenix Point, as we, literally try to find some way to fight back the tide. Now, things did slow down a bit over the holidays, so let's dive right in. First up, I did end up doing some trading between episodes, so I ended up picking up 2 new recruits. Starting with Eddie here. He's a pretty standard New Jericho assault, though he is destined to cross-class with Heavy. I'm actually pretty curious to see how well Biochemist works with machine guns and explosives. Then we've got Rob Holland here, who is, again, a pretty standard New Jericho sniper, though in this case his perks pretty much lean towards being a single-class sniper. Resourceful does give us some flexibility though, so we'll have to consider our options. Anyway, that's just about it with the new recruits, so... Okay, let's knock out these nodes while we're waiting for that scan in Europe to finish, and then we'll get a new scan started in Australia, and I guess we can knock out this nest too. I was kind of hoping we could wait until it turned into a lair, just to expedite our research, but we really shouldn't tempt fate.
Research complete.
Hatching Sentinel. Summary. This remarkable structure is a living DNA laboratory, constantly mutating new variants of Pandoran creature. It produces egg-like structures which are gestated in Pandoran nests. Once hatching sentinels within a nest structure are destroyed, the nest is neutralized and quickly abandoned by any remaining Pandorans. Offensive mutations. No offensive capability has been detected. Defensive mutations. The hatching sentinel can detect intruders and then induce all eggs within a wide area to hatch immediately. Countermeasures. On detection, destroy the organism as soon as possible in order to prevent its mass hatching mechanism taking effect. Well, not much we can actually use there, but at least we'll be able to take out that nest more efficiently. Hard Justice. Our operatives land near a cluster of burned-out vehicles. There's been a fight here, recently by any guess, perhaps in the last week or so. On the ground, there are corpses that were tied up and left. These people were survivors, but on the losing side. They were left to die of starvation, lying in the dirt. Yeah, that is pretty rough. I guess we can take care of them. Burying the dead may only be of symbolic value, but we need to cling to any shreds of decency we have left as a species. Looks like New Jericho and Sanedrion can agree on something. Even if it is just on how to handle their dead. Scan's almost done, so let's not stray too far from Australia. Sanedrion Haven. Oh, hold on. Nice. That is our first potential infiltrator. Can't actually afford it right now, but we will have to keep that in mind. Let's check out this island here, and then we should be able to get that second scan started. Slime Town. Our operatives have discovered a warehouse full of useful resources. However, the warehouse, along with the town it stands in, is covered in a slimy, slippery, algae-like growth that makes doing anything here tedious and exhausting. Well, you guys know me. We're gonna take anything that's not nailed down. It's hard work, and when it's over, everyone's going to need a good shower, but the effort is worth it. No kidding. 10 stamina for 500 material. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty fair trade-off. In fact, we might be able to grab another recruit. Ooh, there's our first priest, but he is a bit beyond our current price range. Anyway, let's go get that scan started.
Scan complete.
Now, this won't get us to Australia, but it should hopefully get us one step closer. Let's knock out these last two nodes, and then I guess we've got a nest to take care of. I guess we should get the B squad in on this too. Just for a little bit.
Construction complete.
Oh, looks like our new gear's ready too. Let's take care of that real quick. First things first, by popular demand, we'll toss that new sniper helmet over to Valen. Now, this is going to make him a lot more vulnerable in combat, but it'll also give him a net plus 20% to his accuracy, so we're essentially trading defense for offense. I personally prefer a more defensive playstyle, but I suppose it is nice to actually be able to hit things every once in a while. And then we finally got that shotgun for Mike. Though we do need to be mindful of his encumbrance here. Oh, yeah. We've just about hit his limit. Oh, nice, but he also picks up Resourceful at level 7, so that actually works out just fine. Now we just need to... Right, we need to get the new recruits equipped. Ah, haven't built a handgun yet. Well, we can fix that. It's interesting that the Iron Fury is actually more expensive than the Bulldog. I guess it is basically the same tech in a smaller package. Okay, moving on. The Father of the Reformed. Joseph Saxton, better known as the Father of the Reformed, was once a high-ranking member of the Disciples of Anu, taking orders directly from the Synod of Yearning. But then, something happened. Some say he heard a whisper, something the Exalted said to Taxiarch Nergal that no one else was supposed to hear. On that day, Saxton rejected the Exalted and proclaimed himself the true Messiah. He and his followers, who call themselves the Reformed, founded Can Digarak as the center of a new, more truthful religion that would lead people to the dead god. Since then, it has grown, but slowly. It's a strange, hostile place, and few disciples are willing to abandon their faith in the Exalted. Those who do follow Saxton, however, would follow him into hell. The father of the Reformed has allowed our operatives to speak to him because he wants to offer them a mission. The same mission he offers every well-armed group the Reformed encounter. Vengeance. He wants us to attack the disciples of Anu and cause as much damage as possible. He already has a target in mind, and a reward waiting. Interesting. Okay, so, one of the things they added really late in the development cycle were a series of unique independent quests like this one, which I think are based around high-tier backers from the original crowdfunding campaign. I haven't actually had a chance to explore most of them, and this is the first one I've seen that actually asks me to directly attack another faction. We'll go ahead and accept the quest, but we're not actually going to do it just yet. As the dead god foresaw, Saxton says, and though his face is hidden by the mask, he is clearly smiling. I actually really do like that character bust. I hope we see more stuff like that in the future. Okay, so looks like our target is on the other side of the world. No hurry, I guess. Oh, and that is our first potential technician. Again, pretty pricey, but we could definitely use one. I'm tempted to go after one of those scavenging sites, but we know better than to send them in alone. Let's get these guys back to Player's Handbook. We'll need a full 8-man team. Nothing found. Duly noted. Guess it's time to take out that nest. Okay, we're in pretty good shape, so we should be able to tackle this. We do need to move some people around real quick, though, so bear with me. We'll go ahead and drop most of the B squad off. That way they can keep training while we're taking out that nest. I think we'll bring Yokes and MZ on this one. They're low level, but they should be able to handle it.
Research complete.
Triton vivisection. There is evidence that the specimen used to be human, but was subjected to violent mutation. The creature appears to have been engineered with the goal of acting as an infiltrator, combining speed and camouflage capabilities taken from marine and land species. The specimen has proven devious in its attempts to escape, suggesting it has retained a significant part of its human intelligence. Yet all attempts to communicate with it have failed. Attempts to restore the creature's mind process to its human state have also proven unsuccessful. Nothing particularly groundbreaking, but that will make things a little easier. Okay, let's get these last couple of autopsies going. Chiron Autopsy. Chirons were first described as a cross between a beetle and an artillery launcher. Dissecting one would bring more insight into the firing mechanism of their bioorganic weapons. Acid Worm Autopsy. The acid worm's ability to contain highly corrosive substances within its anatomy makes it a worthwhile subject of study. Alright, I think we're in pretty good shape, so let's not delay the inevitable.
Construction complete.
Let's just make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Top off our mags. Make sure we've got sufficient ammo. Oh, let's get that Neurazer equipped. Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's do this. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Nothing in immediate line of sight. Map looks pretty compact. I do appreciate that. And we've got 3 spawn zones. Right side looks particularly dangerous. Let's move up and see what there is to see.
Hostile spotted.
Mindfragger egg. Nowhere near us.
Advancing. On the move.
It is pretty tempting to go right down the middle, but that would almost certainly throw us into a crossfire. Let's send a couple of guys to the right, just to scout things out. Wow, we basically have no cover here. There we go. Just as I suspected, we've got multiple enemies coming from the right. Looks like grenadiers, too, so we'll have to take them out quick. On the bright side, this actually gives us an opportunity.
All set.
Yeah, we'll need the double dash for this. One Arthron down, and one new project for the research queue. Now, we just need to deal with this other guy. Not bad, but that's not going to do it. Let's get Alois over there.
Heading out.
Okay, that leaves the snipers free for Overwatch.
Holding position. I'll keep my eyes open.
On my way. Repositioning.
Here. Holding position.
Alright, we should be fine, but here we go.
Kill confirmed.
Nice. I think that was MZ who just snagged that kill. Alright, that should be enough. Gives us 11 turns before he becomes unparalyzed. Not sure what that is. Okay, let's get a peek down the left side here. Okay. Ah, there we go. That is what we're here to kill. And the bulbous blue thing was just scenery. We had to move pretty far to see this thing, so
Standing by.
let's just set up to take it out next turn.
Here we go.
No time to waste.
I'm here. Overwatching.
Okay, so the other one's probably over here. They like to put them pretty far apart. Or maybe not. Size of the chamber doesn't seem quite right. Let's fall back. We're overextending.
Enemy in visual range.
Oh, I see. That thing's right on top of our other guys.
Moving now.
No good line of sight. Watch the spawn zones.
I'm on Overwatch.
We'll just have to hope the snipers can take care of this.
I'm ready.
Oh, forgot MZ doesn't have quick shot. But that's fine.
Aiming.
Would have been nice to hit the launcher, but we'll take what we can get.
Moving.
Ooh, shoot. That's no good. Well, shit. Okay, well, the good news is no one's dead. First things first, let's get that bleeding stopped.
No choice but to keep going. Resting up a bit.
Probably could have planned that better, but that's fine.
Hold still, please. Channel open.
Now let's get Alois to cover. And Priest can get some payback. Nicely done. Let's hope there's not more hiding back there.
Ready to fire.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that actually worked out pretty nicely. Still got some time on the clock, too. Minor rep with all three factions, and our first two Arthron captives. Not too shabby.
Good to be working with you. If we're going to save the world, we'll need all the help we can get. At this stage, we've granted you low-level access to our network and set up a liaison office to work with your people. But, as I'm sure you can understand, we need to take things slow at first. Your organization has a reputation. It's hard to know which side you'll take, and we need to know that you share our values.
Yeah, about that.
At the moment, we're setting up a mission to recapture an old satellite control base. What for? Well, there's a saying in New Jericho, Tobias West always has a plan. And he has a plan for the equipment and the data we can get from that base. You'll find out more when the time is right. So, are you up for it? We'd really appreciate your help.
Alright, it couldn't hurt to at least have a look. Not like they're giving us much choice, anyway.
Synedrian probably seems strange to you. Trying to build a better world, a world radically different from the one most of us grew up in. Well, I'm sure it sounds very utopian. But why do we so easily accept the world getting worse and can never imagine it getting better?
Well, let's not coddle them. The world can get better, but not the way Synedrion is doing it.
Maybe you're right, and our whole approach is wrong. Maybe authoritarian capitalism is the only way to go. It's always possible. But we've been doing okay so far. I hope we can convince you that Synedrion is worth supporting.
Huh. That actually went over better than I thought it would. Minor rep loss with Sanhedrion, but net gain with the other two.
My task is not to see what is on the surface, but to perceive the truth within. What do you believe? Do you understand that there is no way back to the world before the flood? Because it was the very nature of that world that caused its downfall. If you do, then you understand the folly of those who dream of the old world, and you will act against them.
If you say so.
I am sending you the coordinates of a sacred site. At this place, a child was born with a body uplifted by Anu, and a mind free of the plague, a harbinger of things to come. Yet now the heathens of New Jericho occupy this hallowed ground and refuse to leave. Cast them out and prove your dedication to our cause. The old world must die for the new to be born.
Interesting. I've never actually had it time out quite like that. These guys are basically tripping over each other, trying to win our favor. Huh, that's not too far. And it would reveal all the new Jericho havens on the map. Well, I didn't really plan for this, but we do still have some time left, so, you know what? Let's regroup at Player's Handbook, and yeah, we'll see if we can knock that out real quick. Oh, and we need to grab this guy. Come on, Rob. Alright, let's swap out the rookies. We'll need some bigger guns for this one. We'll come back to that. Let's take a moment to catch our breath.
The disciples of Anu Haven is under attack.
Well, not that I don't care about the disciples, but, good luck with that.
Scan complete.
Very nice. That does indeed get us one step closer to Australia. There we go. Level ups. Never enough points to go around. I guess we'll make Eoftar a single-class sniper. Seems to be working for him. Looks like Rob's going to be a single-class sniper, too. Or maybe we'll grab Infiltrator for the bonus damage. Hard to say. And now, we just need to pick our 2 tag-alongs. That'll do. 10 minutes left on the clock, so that should be enough time. This is a pretty low-tier quest, so what's the worst they could throw at us?
Haven destroyed.
Phase 1. Tobias West's plan to save humanity involves gaining control of this old satellite control base. A small surgical strike team should be able to eliminate the alien presence before the new Jericho scientists and engineers move in. Right, here we go. One last spot check, just in case. Alright. Good luck, Raiders. Relatively small map. Very claustrophobic, lots of tightly packed buildings. Ooh, I like that tower. We might be able to use that. Yeah, let's avoid the alleys and head for the street instead. As a bonus, that will actually put us right next to the evac, too. Just in case we need it. Okay, looks clear.
Overwatching.
Alois busy lording over everyone from his perch. No easy way to get to the rooftop, so we'll stick to ground level. Let's get eyes on that alley.
Hold the position.
What's our move? Holding position.
Oh, eyes in here, too.
Advancing.
Receiving loud and clear.
Good enough. Let's see how this goes. Wow. That thing is gunning for us. Oh. Okay, so they sent a Chiron after us. It is just a worm launcher, so it could certainly be worse. Huh. This thing's actually not that heavily armored. You know what? This could actually be an opportunity. Let me try something here. Arthron. With grenade launcher. Noted. Nice. Yeah, that thing is vulnerable from the front. Okay, 2 grenadiers.
Five by 5.
Moving now.
Nicely done, guys. Let's get you to a safer distance.
All set.
Channel open.
Gotta keep going.
And I think we're good. Let's just cover the approaches.
Let's go. I'll keep my eyes open.
You know what? Let's pull Priest back too. That Chiron is still a spotter.
Reposition. Five by 5. Here. I'll keep my eyes open.
All right, I think we're ready. Wow. Nice to have you on our side, Alistair. Oh. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, Siren on the field. That immediately changes everything.
Comms online.
First things first, let's check the angles. No good. Ooh, that actually works. Odds aren't in our favor, but we might get lucky. Alright, make some room. We've still got this Triton cloaked over here, too. Oh yeah, he's standing right there.
What's our move?
But the Siren has to take precedence. Yeah, that should work. It's pretty heavily armored, but once we take out that head, it'll be a lot more manageable. Nope, that's not gonna work.
Hold in position.
All set.
Okay, let's bring Eoftar over.
Identifying target.
Lovely. Okay. Psychic powers are disabled.
Overwatching.
Alright, let's start whittling down those Arthrons.
Moving to position.
We could actually take another pot shot at this thing. Or we could go after that Triton. That thing's still a threat, too. You know what? Let's see if we can pull that thing towards our assaults.
All set.
We might actually be able to capture it.
I'm going.
Got to be quick.
Oh. Alright, probably should have pulled him farther back. Well, nothing like a few scars to, help build character. Let's get that patched. And let's see if we can, clear this corridor here. We've got to be close to finished. Let's go for the arm, and that should completely neutralize him. There we go. You know what? Let's finish off the Triton first. I'd like to see if we can grab that rifle. As for this thing, well, we could wait for it to come down, but I feel like we've already pushed our luck enough. Let's just finish it off.
I know how to do it.
Ready to fire.
Oh, might be a bit much. Let's switch to the Bulldog.
Taking aim.
Lovely. One more burst should do it.
Heading out.
Close enough.
Taking aim. Need to try again. Ready to fire. Advancing.
Moving now. Couldn't connect the shot. One less to worry about.
And no drop. All that wrangling for nothing. Alright, let's wrap this up. Fine, we'll just quick aim it.
Sort of.
Thank you, Eoftar. And I believe we are pretty much done.
Right there.
But, just in case.
I'll keep my eyes open. Holding position.
Oh, okay. Well, turns out we did, in fact, have one more.
All set.
but we should be able to wrap it up now.
Advancing.
And there we go. I'll admit, I did get a bit careless towards the end there, but that tends to happen once I run past time. Worked out in the end, though.
I just wanted to pass on my personal thanks and congratulations to your operatives for their work at the base. Fortuna eruditis favit, as they say. Fortune favors the prepared mind. The intelligence we've retrieved is going to prove extremely helpful with all the projects we're working on. And the satellite control tech may one day help turn the tide of this war. This operation may have seemed like a small thing, but the devil's in the details, and so is God. Speaking of details, we'll now have to actually make all of this work with our hardware and software. We have limited resources, so we need our brightest and best focused on the job. It'll take time, but it'll be worth it in the end. You'll see.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do appreciate the reward. Thanks. Alright, folks. We are almost at the hour mark, so we really need to wrap this up. We just passed the first hurdle with New Jericho, and let's just make sure we actually got credit for that Chiron. We did. Anyway, we will hit the pause button for now, and we'll pick up here next time. As we... You know what? I will have to consider my options. We've, actually got quite a few. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Phoenix Point, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official Discord server, the official Facebook page, the official Twitter feed, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Fig. Links are in the description.